Look at these welds, these bum ass welds, boy. No, I'm just playing. Shout out to Joey. Look at this one piece. Ooh, that's a little warm. Little beads here, so no coupler issues. And he's fixing the water neck because I did some bum ass cuts there. But got some faith. Pretty much all we're doing today, just getting a little, just connecting a bunch of stuff. Here I was able to block off this little PCB where the J pipe usually goes right here. Hold on, because I feel like I'm yelling over this fan. But yeah, the J pipe used to be here. We deleted all of that, blocked this off, got the intercooler all welded up here. So less couplers. And fitted the radiator as well. What's up, Mike? I was also hyped too because one of my buddies had a non-VVTi 1J in his car, gave it to me. Like I said, I got a bunch of stuff for free for this build, which is why I went 1J. And thankfully that downpipe that he gave me works perfect. I'll show you guys real quick. So all I'm doing right now, I'm just finishing putting up just like clamps all around the hoses. All that's left is just routing the 2 coolant lines for the heater. I'll be keeping some heat, and the power steering that I got made, just gonna connect that, and pretty much all that's left is powering it up. Jimmy's gonna be helping me with that, thankfully, because I don't know anything about wiring. Relocating the battery to the rear as well, so I'll show you guys how to do that when it comes in. But let's get this car in the air for now. Show you guys real quick what I'm talking about. So right here, right where the downpipe goes, it actually doesn't hit at all. Like there's pretty good amount of clearance there. So we're good on that part. All we're gonna have to do is probably do like a 90 all the way underneath and carry it around like the factory line there. I kind of want to go with the Future Fab downpipe and screamer pipe that they sell, but that's like $300, and you already know me, I'm broke. So we'll see. Try and do this build as much on a budget as possible. Just gonna connect this coolant hose here, trim it up a little bit, that way it fits nice and snug. Gonna play some musical chairs right now with the car. Is gonna be moving that around because I don't know if you guys were following what happened in Japan. Like the whole like typhoon, hurricane, whatever's happening over there, literally messed up a bunch of the containers and some of the ports as well. So now the windshield is being pushed back like the first week of October, I'm thinking, but hopefully it didn't get caught with like the whole overturn of the containers. But for now, what we're gonna be doing is, just so I don't have to see all that, we're gonna just cover all this with just white vinyl that I have here, because we're trying to drive this for staggered, and I don't want to go with like a huge piece missing of glass right there. At least look somewhat presentable with just like a piece of vinyl covering all of it. So I'm gonna lower the Skyline now. Wow, the keys were right here the whole time. Didn't even see. All right. Oh, almost didn't want to start. I forgot you gotta like push and turn this thing for it to go into reverse. The Z's not bad. It's not bad at all. So the Z was here for a little bit. Buddy Kaiser couldn't get it running for a while, and it was misfiring like crazy. Funny story, Kendrick was able to fix it. Didn't put any money into it. Literally, what it ended up being was cylinder 4 and 6 coil pack wires were switched. So it was getting the 2-cylinder misfire. Switched it back to where it was supposed to be and fired right up, and now it's running perfect. Now we could go ahead and roll this bad boy back. This e-brake works so well on this car. Let me put this down. All right, here we go. We're putting this white vinyl. Had to call in some special guests over. Look at that.
So we'll say that's 15, go to up to half, right to the 15 and a half. cut that.
Should I peel the whole thing back or?
Well, at least with that one set, yeah, because we can lift it back up.
Okay.
I gotta see where the edge is on this though. Especially those ones that like adobo.
Like, ooh, let me get a piece of that.
No, he's loaded up with adobo. That shit's banging.
All right, this looks pretty legit. All right.
That's at 15 and a half.
15 and a half? Ooh, money.
And that's what that side should still be at. I don't think we're gonna need it. I'm not doing too bad.
Where it actually comes out on the glass is technically an 1/8 of an inch long.
Ah, that's fine.
You moved it.
How to clean all the dust that's been accumulated throughout the build. Blow it all. Hella dust. Alright, a little satisfaction of cleaning the windshield up. Doesn't look too bad. Now she's going right back to the lift. Go ahead. Push this. Right when I thought it wasn't as heavy as a 240, it is.
All the way in.
Alright, had to hire my boy Jesse. Off duty. He's finally measuring up the drive shaft for the 1J. It's gonna go to the stock R200 diff here. Dilemma was that he had to pop out the little, what is it, like retainer clip. Bam.
Little dust shield.
Little dust shield. And did it go all the way in?
Yep.
Hell yeah. So this is a 21 spline if you're using this. R154 23 spline. CD09. Go on Jimmy Oaks' channel. You'll find that out for yourself.
32 spline.
32 spline. Damn. Hella splines. Alright, go ahead with measuring.
Alright, so you put the slip yoke in the tranny all the way till it bombs out. Typically you pull it back about 1 inch. I marked the blue line right there.
Okay.
Right about there. Then you go from the center here to the center on the flange.
Easy as that. Shout out to Wire Specialties. Got a good old grounding harness here. Gonna be attaching this to the block, to the chassis, all around. That way we have some good grounding points here underneath. This is also one of the harnesses I wanted to put on my 240 because I'm going to be looking at that also later on after I put this on, because I think I'm having a grounding issue where I don't think it was a cam angle sensor actually, because when I was going into gear my radio would turn off, my lights would turn on and off like that. So we're going to see if that has anything to do with like my car leaning out and all of that, because I had something like that happen before where I went to Lebanon and was drifting, and actually being one of the harness to my tranny actually like pinched and was grounding itself out, caused the car to lean out to like 17 and stuff like that. So we're gonna check that, but let's put this on first. Before we go ahead and start taking off some of the paint, just trying to see where like the best spot to ground it is. I think I'm gonna do one like right there. One's already going. I have about 5 or 6 I think I can use from. I think I'm gonna do one there and probably a crossover here as well. I'm trying to see what's like the best spots. Probably have another one coming across on this side as well. Just like that. We got our grounds. We got it from the chassis. I got it on the other side as well, from the chassis to the block. Here, block, manifold up on top. I don't think you guys can see because the lighting sucks, but got a manifold, chassis again. So there should be plenty of grounds for this. Next is, I'm just waiting for a distribution box so I can relocate the battery and run the positive all the way in the back and run it, like reroute it to the start and all that good stuff. Now we could just lower this down. Gonna take this car out so I can bring the Kooky in and we can see what's going on with the wiring with that car. All right, we got the Kooky inside now. Literally right away, right when I turn on the car and put it into gear, a bunch of the lights just shut off and all of that. So it's definitely a wiring issue. Gonna put it on the lift, check underneath. I know it's like so grimy under there. Gonna redo the grounds, check where my fuse box is and everything, because it's relocated under the dash, see what's touching, and hopefully it's an easy fix, because there's a drift event on Saturday. So trying to make it there. Buddy Wild Steve is here with his S13, giving me some tips on how he relocated and did like his distribution box for his positive wiring. Got the good old light. Damn, son, you got an interior light?
Hell yeah, we fancy. Got that LED, you know?
Hell yeah.
So this comes from the battery.
Yep.
And then this wire goes to, I think, the alternator. And these two go to the fuse box, which is up here.
Gotcha. And that fresh purple. I haven't seen your engine bay in forever.
Yeah, I repainted it. We put all the flaky flakes in it, so
hell yeah.
It was chilling. Yeah, I don't know, dude.
All right, so pretty much how I have this whole car set up is that like my fuse box is underneath here. All the wires are ran underneath the airbag here, and I have one of the posts inside through here behind this. So I'm gonna take this out. Gotta disconnect the battery real quick. This is what we're dealing with here, all this wiring. So hopefully, I know it looks dangerous and everything, but hopefully it's something simple like this. Only other thing I could think of that something's touching in here. The reason for this was, so Kendrick was able to wire up a whole new harness for me rather than spending money on like back even when like Wire Specialties first came out, and literally wired up the whole car for me. And the main reason for all this was for a bunch of my fans and I believe and my starter as well, to bypass the starter. Now that we run a clutch fan though, we can actually get rid of a lot of this. But so far, looking at all these fuses, everything seems to be there. Nothing doesn't seem to be touching. Got a text from a couple people commenting also, like on Facebook, saying that it could be the coolant temp sensor. One of my buddies, John Paul, had a similar issue where his car was just leaning out, and I think it dumps fuel when the car thinks it's too hot or whatever. So what we're gonna have to do is connect it to the laptop. I don't have my laptop on me with the AEM to see if it is indeed a faulty coolant temp sensor. I'm hoping that's it, because it's only maybe like 30-40 bucks or something like that. But that's gonna be the end of the video, guys. Wasn't too like exciting or anything, just figured keep you up to date with everything. Getting almost everything ready for the 1J. All that's left now is pretty much the wiring. Next video is probably going to be on how we're actually going to run power to turn on, well, not start up the R34, but to turn on the lights and all that good stuff. Like always, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Hopefully, I'm not sure if we'll be able to get this ready for Saturday, but we'll be out at Thompson Lock City Drift road course this time, so we can get some footage for you guys. Take care.